Yeah, man. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the daily trades analysis, the intraday of the day. Today it's actually 2702, which is 27 Feb 2024. Of course, yesterday, Monday, the market was a little bit of choppy, a little bit, slow. That's why we couldn't, release the daily analysis. And today, this is where exactly the actually analysis start to actually, picking up. So that's why we said, hey, let's jump in the market and try to analyze and see the opportunities that we can be able to take. All right. So there's a couple of things that are actually this week it's happening in terms of the interest rate, in terms of the GDP that are actually coming for the whole entire week. But of course, because of it's a trade intraday analysis, which means we're going to have to look about the market analysis of today, what exactly it's hot today. So without wasting time, let me just maybe try if I can be able to get into this page. See. All right. All right. So this is where exactly I check my high impact volatility, news of the day. And I can see there's a couple of news that are actually hot. The biggest one is the durable goods order month to month from US that is happening 3:30 p.m. And again, later on 5 p.m., there's a consumer CB consumer confidence that is also happening on 5 p.m. from United States. So these are very, very hot in terms of the higher volatility that brings higher volatility into the market. But we are looking also at the Richmond Manufacturing Index. I remember, this company, when they're releasing the manufacturing, report, a lot of market does have a movement. They are also listed in S&P 500. They're also listed in under US30. So there's a couple of volatility that we can expect from that, Richmond as well, which is happening 5 p.m. Together with the CB consumer confidence. So opportunity there. At 4 p.m., the S&P 500, the S&P CS Composite 20 HPI year to year. S&P again is releasing the report. So we can see today it's a little bit of report day whereby, a couple of companies, they're actually trying to bring, the report in terms of the index of that specific company. So we're seeing the S&P is coming. There's also called durable goods order, which is it goes with the durable goods order month to month. So it's 3:30 p.m. Earlier around 9 o'clock, right now, there's a German GFK consumer climate, which is not that much in terms of volatility. There's also M3 money supply year to year, which is also not that much high impact volatility. But of course, because of it's a beginning of opening of a session of a European session, London session. So we are actually anticipating, or expecting a higher volatility to come in there. So, right, without wasting more time, let's jump into the markets. So because of we are actually, about to jump in a London session, which started at around 10 o'clock. But again, we have a German, a little bit of German news that is coming. So I think it's wiser to actually pay attention into a German 30. One of the instruments, indices from German, combination with over 30 companies. So we can see German 30, we can see a lot of market right now, they are playing on a higher range. It's been a very, very bullish movement in terms of, how the market has been actually performing because of the US. They don't want to increase the interest rate. They're expecting of decreasing the interest rate. The central bank, European Central Bank as well, they don't want to increase the interest rate. They put the interest rate on a pause, expecting to start decreasing the interest rate. Bank of Japan, the same thing. I think they are actually releasing their interest rates this week, thinking on Thursday or Wednesday. That's where we're going to see the Bank of Japan dropping their interest rate. Same thing. So the market has been really, really favorable in terms of a bullish movement, has been bullishing all the way to the top, right? So we can see German 30 sitting at 17,422 at the moment. It really was a highest level of German 30. If you look at it, it hasn't been, look at these moves, it just continue breaking and continue goes all the way upper and upper and upper. All right, so what are we expecting today in terms of GER30? Not much in terms of high movement, but at least pretty much I'm really expecting to cover these levels. So the market can be might not even today because of the markets, but here, okay, yeah. So at least if the market comes all the way down to this position, but if the way we are seeing it, it actually just form some sort of like a range where the market is actually playing around at the position. So right now it can push the price, go all the way to maybe 17,374. From 17,374, it can now start bulishing, entire day. So quite some move there, pushes the price here down and then start bulishing all the way to 17,464. So that's what I'm saying in terms of GER30 at the moment. It's actually bearish movement for short trades, but it's going to change and turn the bullish movement for a little bit of a longer trade for entire day. All right. Another instrument that we always pay attention and look into it, it's actually UK100. Some they call it FTSE 100. So if we go to a bigger time frame, let's go for 4 hours. Let's see. The market hasn't been on the highest position where it was on the 16th February, on the mid of February. Around 7,767 as a price on the stock market, right? But it hasn't been there for quite some time. So the market has been playing around on the 7,716 level, where it's been actually, moving around, trying to break, come back down, trying to break, come back down. But now, the way I'm seeing a little bit of, a small opportunity that the market can try to actually push to 7,669, 7,669. So this is the space that I'm actually, anticipating. If you go to a smaller zoom out, this is the space that I'm preparing that we can recover. Once we can recover that one, definitely you actually make some, some good profit for yourself. The market will come all the way to this level, and then, wait for the next volatility, maybe tomorrow, and start bulishing all the way to up again to 7,716. But again, keep in touch that it hasn't touched the higher level that has been performing on the middle of this month. So once it starts going all the way up, it might have a higher possibility again that we want to retest this zone. This is the zone that it also needed to be covered. So that's what, when it comes to FTSE 100, that's what I'm thinking when it comes to FTSE 100. I think the biggest one is a durable goods order. And again, FOMEC member also is speaking as well at 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. it's consumer confidence. So quite some movement when it comes to US dollar instruments. So for now, let's pay attention into gold, how the gold is actually performing, where exactly the market is coming from. You see the market where gold went all the way to 2040, which is 2040, highest level in a very, very long time. We can see, because the highest, I think it's 2056. That's where the market, in fact, 2065, then it pushes the price all the way down. But it actually performing very, very well, goes all the way up, trying to pushes the price down, break, form a little bit of a gap, but again, it recover that gap, push the price, but not really fully recovered it. But because of there's a couple of news that actually are coming today, I'm anticipating maybe gold to push a little bit down, because the dollar might have a little bit stronger when those news from US are actually, released around from 3:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. all the way to 5 p.m. So much volatility that we can see gold to push the price back to, let's say, back to 2019, 16, these levels, back to this level. I think it's quite some move. quite some move. But this is your first take profit or first target that you can be able to target it to say that, okay, once the market get to this level, I can be able to take the profit, or once it breaks, I can enroll more trades on these opportunities. So yeah, that's what it's looking in terms of when I look in gold. And again, it's based on the fundamentals that are actually happening today regarding the US dollar instrument. That is why also we are paying a little bit of attention into gold instrument. But again, because of US30 as well, it's one of the drive instruments. NASDAQ as well, it's one of the drive instruments. So let's look at into NASDAQ, where NASDAQ at the moment. So we've been waiting NASDAQ to come to this position, but nothing has been actually, showing that it might come all the way to this level, right? So what we do now, because of the market has been actually performing at a higher position because of no interest rate has been increased, in terms of US, again, no interest rate has been increased in terms of the European. So I'm not expecting the market to drop all the way to recover that space, but I'm actually expecting the market to come all the way to 17,800, at least 17,800. And then from there, it might go up. Again, this is another high possible position. If it doesn't break the market to 17,000, it are going all the way down. This is where it is. And I think, again, it might push the price all the way up again. But pretty much, I think it might push the price up because of, if I say it will break, goes all the way to 17,800, that means all those news that are coming, I'm expecting that they will release the negative results, right? But I'm expecting those news to release the positive results. So there's no way that NAS100 will push the price break backwards, but I think it will correct the price and put it above. So I think it will push the price to 18,000 somewhere there, which is where it was, which is some quite a good move, Again, US30, I'm not anticipating that much. All the positive things, I'm not expecting US30 to push the price down. I think if we're on a bullish movement this week, we might make some very, very good profit for ourselves. So yeah, that's how actually, the market is looking. We haven't been also looking at Bitcoin for very, very long time. So let's just pay attention and see how Bitcoin is performing. And again, maybe we can also pay attention how Brent oil is been actually performing. The Brent oil, US has actually posed 500 sanctions to Russia. And this is, I think, is going to actually affect, prices of Bitcoin, prices of Brent, because of course, Russia is a part of the biggest, area where they distribute this product like oil. And again, they are using, because of the sanctions, so they are using the cryptocurrencies as one of their transactions to do the business. So that is why I wanted to pay attention and have a look on that particular instrument. All right, so we're looking at Bitcoin. As I said, look at it, right? Last month, Jan, Bitcoin was sitting at, I think it was reversed to 20,000 or to somewhere to 30,000 mark. It was here, somewhere around, okay, this level, because it was here, 39,000. It goes to 40. I think everyone was excited that Bitcoin goes on all the way to 40, and then it drops again to 39,000. That was actually not Feb, as you can, Jan, as you can see, January. Right now, we're on a Feb. Bitcoin is sitting at $56,361. Guys, we really need to start actually putting money in cryptocurrencies, especially like Bitcoin. The volatility that is coming now into Bitcoin, it's really, really, really crazy. Now, do I think that it will break to 60,000 back again? Not really. I'm not really sure, but I think it might maybe resist a little bit to 54,000, but it might go all the way to 60 when the you know, these wars are actually, you know, happening. The more wars are happening, the more Bitcoin, the more cryptocurrency, the more this, you know, it become way much more expensive. So yeah. Okay. So moving on, let's go check into Brent oil. Again, look at this, what Brent oil did. This was day before yesterday. I think this was Friday. Gap down all the way to $80 per barrel, but again pushes the price all the way up after US has actually announced the 5,000 sanctions to Russia. Look at the price where it went all the way to $82 per barrel. Are we expecting the hike in terms of petrol? We might be, you know, expecting the hike in price in terms of petrol and diesel that we use locally. Where do I think the market is actually going to perform today in terms of the Brent? Not much about the volatility. I think it might just recover and come back to this position, maybe to this area where it gaps. Okay, this area where it gaps. I think it might come back and then touches this area where it gapped. But again, it's still higher price, $81 per barrel, you know. It's trying to push to the level where it was, remember, during COVID-19, where it get to $102 per barrel. Diesel and petrol were really, you know, expensive, to be honest. So yeah, man, we see the effects of the sanctions. Already we see the volatility in terms of the high impact volatility of the market. Have look into the instrument that is going to affect those type of volatilities. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for actually watching this video. Share with other friends, but again, continue clicking the subscribe button. Subscribe is very important, guys. We can't just watch without subscribing.